Region 11 play gets underway tonight on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel, and we're back where we started this season at Green Canyon in North Logan. Green Canyon's been the surprise of Region 11. They are 4-0 and the best scoring defense in 4A. They're only giving up 6 points a game. In fact, going into last week's game against Morgan, they had only given up, I think it was about 8 or 9 points, and then they gave up 14 against Morgan. Gasp. Now they're taking on a Mountain Crest team that's 2-2, but the Mountain Crest losses don't look all that bad. They lost to a Pocatello team that's a pretty good ball club, and the number 1 5A team in the state, Box Elder, beat Mountain Crest on a last-second touchdown a few weeks ago in a game you saw right here on the Game of the Week. So it looks like it's going to be a defensive battle with two defense-heavy teams. Slugfest in North Logan, and you're going to see it all on the Game of the Week coming up next.
Wendy's is saying thanks for making the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger America's #1 bacon cheeseburger by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5 with nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Hey, I had a chance to talk with Coach JT Ta'ili of the Green Canyon Wolves earlier, and I asked him about this preseason, right? Well, the non-region season. It was a pretty tough schedule with Hunter, Highland, Stansbury, and Morgan on there. And I asked specifically about that Morgan game. He said, you know, Morgan jumped out on us. We were really excited to play against them. The school with a winning tradition, the whole town comes out for them. We want to be that kind of school. That's the kind of tradition we want to get going at Green Canyon. He said, you know, we were a little nervous to start that game because of everything around that. He said, but then the team we were in the second half offensively is the team we want to be this season. When I asked what he meant by that, he said finishing drives. We possessed the ball for a huge amount of time. We had an 8-minute drive at one point, and we moved the ball, and then we finished and scored, and they ended up winning that ball game at Morgan. Can they do it tonight against a very good Mountain Crest defense while slowing down the Mountain Crest offense? We're going to find out on the Game of the Week.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Welcome to North Logan and the campus of Green Canyon High School. Eric Olson along with you on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. As there's a buzz in the stadium here tonight as Mountain Crest visits from the other end of the valley in the Region 11 opener against Green Canyon. Both of these teams' calling card is defense. Green Canyon, the #1 scoring defense in 4A, giving up 6.25 points per game. Mountain Crest not too shabby themselves, only giving up just over 13 points a game. They're third in 4A. In fact, if you want to know about that Mountain Crest defense, they played Box Elders, the #1 team in 5A, and is averaging about 40 points a game. They held Box Elder to 21, and they were a missed PAT away from an overtime game with them in one of their 2 losses. Mountain Crest scores just under 21 points per game, and Green Canyon up about 17 points per game. For Green Canyon, it's ball control, possess the ball, keep the defense off the field, and then when the defense is on the field, they are fresh and they are flying around. For Mountain Crest, the Bash is back in Hiram. They are a team that is a program really that's made their tradition on physicality. And that has come back in the last couple of years here under Coach Ryan Visser. Mountain Crest will kick off. Dewey Egan back at his goal line awaiting the Mustang kick. Green Canyon, the surprise of Region 11, if not 4A, at 4-0, coming off a season where they only won 1 game. Mountain Crest trying to follow up a very successful inaugural campaign under Coach Visser, starting 2-2 and losing 2 close games to 2 very good teams. Both of these teams have played a tough non-region schedule and we're underway in North Logan. Kick will go out of the end zone, and so the Green Canyon Wolves offense will take the field, led by Peyton Wilson, the junior. 41 of 77, 53%. 3 touchdowns, a couple of interceptions. Not gaudy numbers for Wilson as he is learning this new system. They're in more of that read option, RPO type of system, and he's been used to a spread. And they come out in a spread look. Oates in the backfield with Wilson. And they're going to go to the air. They find Egan. Egan's got 5 yards, and then he's spun around and thrown down. Coach Tau'ili really liked how his team finished that game against Morgan. They were down most of the game. They come back and win that game 15-14, scoring a touchdown and a field goal in the 4th quarter. And then defending that lead for the win. Here's the give to Oates. He's met at the line of scrimmage, bounces off, steps inside and picks up 9 yards and a first down. Oates, the leading rusher on this team, 48 carries, 223 yards, a couple of touchdowns. I think he's got more yards than what they've got him for in the stats that I had. Because I think he's run for more than 220 yards on 48 carries. Nice grab by Egan, a short gain. Picks up 3. Egan listed at 5'11", had to stretch out there, and if he would have cut his fingernails this week, he wouldn't have caught that one. Farron comes to the sideline. talk to Perry Christensen, a longtime football guru here in this valley. I think he's coached for, with this Green Canyon stint, he's now coached for every team in the valley. Here's the handoff inside to Oates. He's a tough one to bring down. He picks up a couple. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 5. Carter Egbert, the sophomore, in there for Mountain Crest. The sophomore playing linebacker. Back there with Karsten Butters. Coach Visser really likes his linebackers. He talks highly of Butters, who's coming on the blitz. They found where the defense had vacated. It's right at the sticks. A nice hit by William DeCorver. And DeCorver hits him not in time to save the 1st down. So Peyton Wilson starts 3 for 3 for 13 yards. And the Wolves pick up another 1st down, and they've burned a couple of minutes off this clock on their first possession, the first possession of the ball game. Here comes extra rushers. They find Egan out to the edge. Egan picks up 8, so that's what they've done on 1st down. The last 3 1st downs they've had. Throw to the edge to Egan, then they hand to Oates. And then they've gone over the middle as Cutler comes into the ball game, and Cutler will be in the backfield with Oates and Wilson. Schramm split to the far side. Egan to this side, handed to Oates. Oates follows Cutler. Oates has a 1st down and more. He's got 6, and they're getting a good push up front, are the Wolves. They have played some big front lines in their non-region season, going against Hunter and Highland. We did that Hunter game. They beat Hunter 14-0. Hunter didn't look great. Well, Hunter's 3-1, their only loss to Green Canyon. Highland's 2-2. Here's the fake on the end around, on a little fly sweep, and they give to the second man through. That's Oates. He picks up 3. 4 carries, 20 yards for Oates. Morgan's 1-3, and those losses to Green Canyon, who's 4-0, and to Skyview, who's 4-0. 2 of those 3 losses. Morgan's played a murderous preseason schedule, and they went toe-to-toe with Skyview for a bit, and Green Canyon had to come back to win that game. Mountain Crest has played a tough schedule of their own. Look out. Wilson grabbed, gets away somehow, and then gets it off. My goodness. They had him around his neck. It was Caden Hess. He went high on Wilson, who's not big, but he wasn't able to finish and get him to the ground. Wilson gets rid of it, and it'll be 3rd and 7. A long 6. And that's the first incompletion for Wilson. Started the game 4 for 4, 21 yards. Game clock, the play clock ran out. So that's going to be a penalty. It's going to be 3rd and 12. It didn't seem like it took that long for Green Canyon to get the play in. Maybe Green Canyon got a timeout. They did. They got a timeout before the flag came out. So Green Canyon will think about 3rd down instead of 3rd and 12. It'll be 3rd and a long 6, short 7, depending on whether you're a glass half empty or a glass half full kind of person. 8:39 to play in the first quarter. Logan's at Bear River tonight, another Region 11 action. Again, this is the opener, the region opener. Ridgeline at Skyview. So after tonight, there may only be one undefeated team left in the region. If Mountain Crest can pull off a win here, and depending on one of those teams out there, Ridgeline, Skyview, somebody's losing. course, 4A jumping from 13 teams to 26 this year. Teams from Salt Lake Valley and Utah County joining the St. George area and northern Utah teams. Third and 6. Wilson has to go low to get it. Has some time. Unloads back across the middle. Has a man. And it's a first down as Wilson kept it alive with his feet. And it's a 19-yard gain. Give them 18 where they spot it. Either way, it's a first down. I did not see who that went to. Didn't see who the receiver was. It sounded like the PA man said Cutler. I don't know that it was him. It was right in the middle of the field. It's twice Mountain Crest thought they've had Wilson hemmed in, and he's gotten away. This one's knocked down as he was looking for the out pattern. Second down. Wilson, not a big quarterback. Listed at 5'9", as the junior. Coach Tauila Ely says we are very specific in our feedback to him, and it's tricky to ask spread quarterbacks to make reads for an option and RPO type of look, and so that's why they're so specific, and they're going to have to hurry to get this play off. They get out of the huddle with 5 seconds on the play clock. 2 seconds, they're not going to get it off. They're going to have to call another timeout. And they are not happy on the Green Canyon sideline. They were a little late getting the play in. So the player bringing the play from the sideline was over on the sideline, didn't head back to the huddle until there was less than 10 seconds left on that play clock. And they have to burn another timeout. And in the first half, that's not such a big deal, right? You want to try to keep them for late, but you might as well use them all. Talked about Green Canyon last week. Well, you know, they gave up 14 points versus Morgan. They'd given up 11 in their first 3 games total, and 14 against Morgan. But they had 130 rushing yards. Oates had 79, but only 52 yards through the air. And we talk about those 2 fourth quarter scores. They held the ball, they possessed the ball, they kept the defense fresh, and they had just enough points to win. That's what they've done all season. 2nd and 10. Give it to Egan. He has to belly out because of a defensive lineman who's in the backfield. And he may have gotten a yard if they're generous. Let's see if they move that stick at all. They do not. As big Caden Hess is in the backfield. And now it's 3rd down and 10. Ball at the 21 of Mountain Crest. This is the first possession of the game. Green Canyon's burned off nearly 5 minutes. Quick throw over the middle, and he's behind his receiver, and it's picked off. Wilson has been fantastic on this drive. Then he throws it behind Schramm, right into the arms of the defender. And Mountain Crest will take over at the 16-yard line. He had his man on the in pattern. He just threw it behind him. The timing was off. He threw it behind him right to the diving defender. Came up with the pick. So now here comes Casey Crofts in the Mountain Crest offense. Crofts, 50% passer, 46 of 92, 623 yards, 13.5 yards per completion, 4 touchdowns. The one bugaboo, 7 interceptions for Crofts. Crofts with 2 running backs behind him. He's got a couple of good running backs. Dax Benson is hard to bring down, and they give it to Butters. Excuse me, they give it to Thatcher Phelps. And he picks up 2. So Green Canyon with a good-looking drive, but they can't finish. Fake it to Phelps, give it to Benson. Benson runs into that defensive line, back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 8. They may give him a yard. Let's see. They do give him a yard, 3rd and 7. We saw Benson against Box Elder, and he was so impressive. The first guy usually doesn't bring him down. DeCorver at the top of your screen, he's the guy to watch, number 0, as Crofts has Benson in the backfield with him. 3-man look on that defensive line. And they change the play. Now they walk up a linebacker. He steps back. 3 coming. They did not get the play off in time. So that's the second time we've seen a flag for delay. The first one was right on Green Canyon, and they called timeout right before that. But the coaching staffs need to file away that the back judge is throwing that flag as soon as it hits 0. He's not giving them that little half beat. And he did the same for Green Canyon. Here's DeCorver. Play clock again under 5 seconds. And they get it off just as the clock hits 0. Crofts has a lot of running room if he wants it. Instead, he throws it. He's going to be short of the sticks out to the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of about 3. As Owen Ryan was standing out there. So they're going to say he caught it right at the original line of scrimmage. The defender was hanging around him, and Crofts, the defender, had to make a decision, and I thought Crofts could have kept it and maybe put a little more pressure on that defender, but he was getting awfully close to the line of scrimmage. So he dumped it off. There's a kick. Down goes the punter, but he was blocked into that. The guy that hit him was blocked into him. I mean, DeCorver threw him right in the back, right into the punter, and the white hat was standing on the other side, so he couldn't see that. And so he's calling what he could see, which was a guy running into the punter and a 15-yard penalty. Nobody's coming to help him on it. They're going to call the personal foul. Baxter Martin, I think, who it was for Green Canyon. Coming for that punt, he got blocked right in the back, right into that punter. He may have run into him anyway. He took too much of an angle, not enough of an angle, and was coming a little bit too straight on. So with that, Mountain Crest gets a first down. And we're having clock problems. They want them to reset it to 5:04. It's down to 4:55. And there we go. So Mountain Crest gets new life after the penalty by Green Canyon. A couple of penalties by the Wolves. Give on the end around, nothing. In fact, it's a loss for Phelps. Green Canyon is just so quick up front and from side to side. Loss of 3. Mountain Crest, the destroyed Hurricane, beat Minico, lost to Box Elder, lost to Pocatello. Their 2 losses by a combined 8 points. Here comes some pressure. Green Canyon brings an extra guy. Crofts looking to bail out. He's in trouble, and down he goes. Loss of a yard as Crofts worked his way back toward the line of scrimmage, but there were a bunch of Green Canyon players there. Jackson Jensen, first one in there. He came off the edge in a hurry. And now it's 3rd down again. 3rd and 14. 3-man rush. Crofts bails out. Heads for the sideline and down he goes. Great closing speed by Carter Stembridge as Crofts picks up a couple, but he needed 13. And there you see exactly what's made this Green Canyon defense so formidable. You saw how fast they shut it down on Crofts. So the last time Mount Crest punted, the punter was run into. This time he's clean, and boy, that one is a high kick. And it takes a huge Mustang bounce inside the 24 down to about the 23-yard line. That's where Green Canyon will take over with 2:46 to play in this first quarter. No score in North Logan between Green Canyon and Mountain Crest. Quite a football weekend here in Cache Valley. You've got this game, you've got Ridgeline and Skyview. I think the other game's over at Bear River. And then tomorrow you've got Utah State and Idaho State. You know, Utah State lost to that Iowa team, an Iowa team that's ranked in the top 25 and usually has one of the top defenses in the country. And I think they showed that, you know, they might be interesting to watch this year, the Aggies. Ball's on turf. Wilson's just going to eat it. He has to pick it up, looks up, sees a bunch of white jerseys running to him, and he just takes a seat. Loss of 8. Butters was in there and a couple other Mustangs. Thane and Egan come into the ball game. Wilson with, I believe, Cutler behind him. He's going to give it to Cutler on a little stretch. Cutler, on that little inside give, and Cutler picks up about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 13. 2 of 3 on 3rd downs. They picked up their first 2 on their opening drive, then they threw an interception on their last one at the 16-yard line of Mountain Crest. As the clock ticks down under 90 seconds to play in a scoreless first quarter. About what we expected. We do not expect a high-scoring one here tonight with 2 very good defenses playing. 2 backs in the backfield for Wilson, 3 receivers. They're going to move him to his right. He looks underneath, completes it to Thane, but it'll be short of the first down. He picks up 7, and it's going to be 4th down. So 4th and about 6, and the punting team comes on for Green Canyon. DeCorver and Phelps back to receive this one. A little knuckler that doesn't get very high. DeCorver's going to pick it up at the 28. 3 green jerseys there to meet him. Out at the 37, now the 38, so a 10-yard return. Ends up being a 36-yard punt on the net. And Mountain Crest will get another crack at it. 31 seconds to play in the first quarter. No score in North Logan. It's been a warm day, but it's cooling off nicely. That's what's nice about September, right? The days can be warm, but the nights cool off. 4 down linemen for Green Canyon. They look like they're pressing on that inside receiver with 5 wide. They're coming off the edge. Benson hit right after he takes the handoff, loses a yard. Croft stands and looks to the sideline for the play call. Let's see if they run a play before the end of the quarter. There's only 5 seconds left on the game clock. I don't think they're going to get this one off. So Mountain Crest is going to go into the second quarter. They haven't gained any yards. Green Canyon's gained quite a few, but there's no score, and that's the number that matters. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Well, as we get into September, you know, the harvest is about over. We're thinking, a lot of people don't even want to think of the snow that's going to be flying in the next few weeks, but it's time to maybe get that garden taken care of. And you can even start thinking about your seeds for next year. But Anderson Seed and Garden, have you ever been to their website, andersonseedandgarden.com? You check that out. Every year they've got their seed lists and their featured seed collections, their lawn programs, their vegetable guides, container plantings. And then as you go along, they've got stuff for every season and just about everything you can think of. That's on the Anderson Seed and Garden website. Mark out there has forgotten more than most people will ever know about gardening. Anderson Seed and Garden, a Game of the Week sponsor. And don't forget about Rich's Cars and Credit. Great inventory. You can do financing right there with them. Stress-free car shopping at Rich's Cars and Credit. That's their mission. They're right down the road. Rich's Cars and Credit, a Game of the Week sponsor. Back as we start the second quarter, Eric Olson along with you in a scoreless ball game at Green Canyon. Mountain Crest on their second possession of the night. Crofts with time this time. Unloads, finds DeCorver, who's a big target. And they move it from the 37 out to midfield. 13 yards and a first down. DeCorver, their leading receiver, 22 catches, 279 yards, about 13 yards per catch. He's only found the end zone once. Or they've only found him in the end zone once, maybe. Here comes some pressure. Crofts is going to keep on that RPO. Pickup of 9 as Mountain Crest now has something going as we start the second quarter. So no yards in the first quarter from Mountain Crest on their first 2 plays here in the second quarter, 24 yards. $62 yards for Green Canyon in that first quarter. Benson takes a wallop, but not until after he picks up the first down and 5 yards. Man, he got racked. Quick snap. They hadn't even moved the sticks as Phelps picks up 5. They hadn't even got the sticks moved before Mountain Crest was snapping the football. There they are up again. They're going to go with tempo. Try to tire out that defense. Crofts looking for DeCorver. DeCorver just running the little slant. Gets out of a tackle. He's inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards. Two catches, 35 yards for DeCorver. Give it off to Benson. Met in the backfield, puts his head down, tries to stiff arm, and he's wrapped up after a gain of a couple. Ball inside the 15-yard line, just shy of the 10. Here's the give, big hole for Benson. Closes in a hurry. Benson's down to the 10. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Give it to Phelps. Phelps follows Benson around the end. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage by Calvin Wallace. It's going to be 4th and 5. What's Mountain Crest going to do? They're in a hurry up to the line. And they're going for it on 4th and 5. Throw it to the edge. Ball knocked away. They were looking at the screen and a flag down. the receiver, there were 2 receivers and 1 defender there. The defender came up, he was being blocked, and he basically just kind of pushed through him to try to knock the ball down. So I don't know how you call PI on that. They don't. They pick it up because he's being blocked. So both teams with deep drives that come up empty, and they turn it over. 1 on an interception, 1 on downs. And here comes the Green Canyon offense back onto the field. 9:22 to play in the first half. No score here in North Logan. Bear River leads Logan 14-0 late in the first quarter of that ball game. Wilson has Cutler behind him. He's got 1 receiver split way out to this side. See if they run the ball to this direction. No, they're going to go back in the other way. And a loss of a yard for Cutler. It sure looks like points are going to be at a premium in this ball game tonight. Sam Stott, the 6'2 senior, into the ball game. He's on the inside of that 3 receiver set on this near side. Wilson's going to roll that way. Look out. Here comes the pressure. He's slung down at the 5-yard line. A loss of 3, and it's going to be 3rd and long for Green Canyon. Wilson had no chance. He had 2 white jerseys in the backfield with him as soon as he had the football. So as good as that first drive looked for Green Canyon, Mountain Crest has figured a couple of things out in the last 2 drives for Green Canyon offensively. Mountain Crest has been feasting. 3rd and 13. Wilson steps up over the middle. Did he come up with that? You can't defend much better than that. Karsten Butters was right there, and Thane hauls it in short of the stick. It's a 12-yard gain. So it's 4th and 1. Now what do you do? Oh, they're gonna give him the first down. Man, it looked like he was a little short, but they gave him the first down. Here's the run to Cutler. Cutler picks up 5. We have not seen Oates in a minute. It's been strictly Cutler on this. On this possession, he's in there. I see Oates on the sideline. He looks like he's okay. He's standing right behind the offensive coaches. 2nd and 5. Wilson leaves it out there. It's grabbed about the 30-yard line by Schramm. See if they give him forward progress and a first down. They do. Eight of 10 for 63 yards for Wilson. He's used 4 different receivers. He's thrown 1 pick. Here's the little inside give to Cutler. Cutler picks up 5. So they stay with Cutler, and Oates stays on the sideline. Again, we don't know. He started the game. A couple of carries, 4 carries for 20 yards for Oates. Hasn't carried it in this second quarter. 5:50 to play in the first half. No score in North Logan. This drive started about the 10-yard line for Green Canyon. Egan on a little quick out. As Mountain Crest is playing off on that. 4 yards, and it'll be 3rd down. 5 for 25 for Egan, 3rd and 2. Thane's going to bring the play in. Perry Christensen calls it. Schramm, the lone receiver to this side. Give it to Cutler. Cutler's got himself a hole, and he's got himself a 1st down. 5 more yards. They found something that they like. They give on that little inside give. And they've run it from both directions now, and he's finding holes. Ben Wallace into the ball game now, number 23. He's with Schramm on the far side. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Mountain Crest bringing extra guys. They throw it to the edge. Out to Carter Stoddard. Stoddard to pick up a 4. They're using their pass game almost like a run game to get to the edge. They gain 4 yards. Spread them out again. This time Cutler gets the inside give, looking at the left side, and Mountain Crest has plenty of white jerseys there this time. No gain for Cutler. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Cutler 6 carries, 18 yards. 27 yards on the ground for Green Canyon. A couple of sacks taken by Wilson, factoring into that yardage. Farron comes in along with Egan and Thane. Cutler's going to stay in the backfield, see if Mountain Crest brings some backers. Mountain Crest has 7 in the box. And they got a lot of room down the edge. Quick flag as they throw it to the edge to Cutler. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. There was a flag almost immediately thrown in the vicinity of what you'd think would be offensive holding. 3:39 to play in a fast-moving first half. Chop block on Green Canyon. So we'll see if Mountain Crest takes it or just has them punt. If they decline it, and it's 4th down and 6, or they can back them up, give them 3rd down again, and see if they can hold them and maybe pick up a little yardage. They're going to decline it. Yeah, I think that's probably the right call. You've gotten your defense off the field on 3rd down. You might as well let them punt. Who cares if you don't pick up a few yards? And Perry Christensen's asking the official. So is Coach Tau'ili. Explain that one to us. So somebody was engaged up high and then got chopped in the legs below. Farron, high kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 20. Toes at the 20 for Will DeCorver. And that's where Mountain Crest will start. No score in North Logan. 3:33 to play in this first half. The only numbers on the board is your yardage. 98 total yards for Green Canyon in this first half from Mountain Crest. 23 and 36. That's 59 total yards. All of those yards coming in the second quarter for Mountain Crest. They ran some hurry up, some tempo on their last possession, and it worked well. Let's see if they employ it again. Crofts over the middle, has a man. 1st down, 11 yards for Phelps. And they quickly come to the line of scrimmage. Wheaton's chasing. That's going to be a horse collar. As down goes Crofts, and he helps him up. He didn't get him inside, but he dragged him down from behind, and on every level, that's a no-no. So that's going to be a big penalty, and it's going to give Mountain Crest a first down out near midfield. Mountain Crest with only one penalty in this first half, and that's the second accepted penalty on Green Canyon. Not a lot of flags in this one so far. Both teams doing a pretty good job of keeping it clean that way. So the ball at the 46. 3:10 to play in the first half. No score in North Logan. Hand off to Benson. Benson hits the hole hard. Picks up 3. And one of the Green Canyon players is down. I don't know who it is. Oh, it looks like it's Calvin Wallace, the senior. He's laying face down right at the line of scrimmage. He kind of half rolled over. And Wheatley's talking to the head official and pointing back at Wallace. And he doesn't seem real pleased about something. Coach Tauila says, yeah, we like to cause chaos with this defense. And they do, but Mountain Crest has tried to maybe use that against them by running a quick tempo offense and not letting Green Canyon sub and get guys in and out. And with Green Canyon's size, one of their things they do is get different guys in and off the field and try to stay fresh. This doesn't look great. They're getting the board. They're getting the board here. Let's see if they're gonna. They're gonna help him up. Boy, they ran to the sideline to get the board. Wallace is up. That's good to see. He's kind of holding his arms together, and they're helping him walk to the sideline. I don't know. Maybe he's hurt a shoulder or something, the way he's holding those arms. It might be a little goofy too. They were bringing that board, that immobilizing board. They were going to bring that out to the field, and then they got him up and they brought him to the sideline. So we'll keep an eye on that as Mountain Crest has its 2nd down and 7, and the clock falls under 3 minutes to play. Crofts unloads to the middle, a little bit too high for his intended receiver, and Crofts is hit by Wheatley as he gets rid of it. And for Crofts, that's his first incompletion. Ball at the 49-yard line. 3rd and 7. Mountain Crest is 0 for on 3rd downs. They are overloading one side is Green Canyon. And they're going to bring a linebacker off the other side. Complete. Crofts. Phelps is still running to the sideline. Hauled down at the 40-yard line. An 11-yard gain on 3rd down and 7. And Crofts had to go down on his shoelaces to get that one. And he gets it and delivers it right on the money. Flag. 2:35 to play, 2:36 to play in this first half, and they stop play. Mountain Crest is moving early. So Mountain Crest only their 2nd accepted penalty. They continue to work on Calvin Wallace on this near sideline. Crofts rolling away from the pressure that's coming. Crofts throws it underneath. About a yard. for DeCorver. Three and a half, second down and about 13. And 3.5 because there was a gain of about 1.5 yards. Three-man rush. 8 will drop for Green Canyon. Fake the give. Crofts keeps right up the middle. They had numbers in the box. They took advantage of it. And Crofts brings up a very manageable 2nd and 2 after a pickup of 11. Two minutes to play in a scoreless first half, and Mountain Crest driving against Green Canyon. And now a timeout taken by Mountain Crest. It's 1:59 to play in this first half. No score, Mountain Crest at the Green Canyon 32-yard line. Green Canyon's been able to move the ball, but hasn't been able to finish drives, exactly what their coach said they needed to do. Mountain Crest didn't move it early and now has moved it with regularity here in this second quarter, but they haven't been able to finish drives either. In fact, Mountain Crest had 0 yards at the end of the first quarter. In this second quarter, they've got 37 yards rushing and 59 passing. That's 96 yards in the quarter after no yards in that first quarter. And they've run that hurry-up type of offense to keep Green Canyon on their heels. 1:59 to play in this first half. 0-0 here in North Logan. 4-0 Green Canyon, 2-2 Mountain Crest. Third and 2. Tight formation, give it to Benson, looking for an opening. See where the spot is. I think he's got enough for a first down. They're right at the 30. And that's enough for a first down. 2 of 5 now on third downs for Mountain Crest. Clock running. 1:45 to play in the first half. Mountain Crest on the Green Canyon 30-yard line. 5 wide receivers for the Mustangs. 4-man rush. Crofts over the middle, has got a man. It's Benson. Farron came over to try to make the play, but Benson crowded him out just like a rebounding power forward. There's 2 flags back in the backfield. So instead of 1st and goal at the 5, it's holding on Mountain Crest. And they're going to back it up. Clear back to about the 44, 45-yard line. So a killer for the Mustangs as they had 1st and goal with the nice pitch and catch from Crofts to Benson. Okay, they're going to move it back to the 40 from the line of scrimmage, not the spot. And now it's 1st and 20 and the clock rolls. The clock's supposed to roll. And the clock's not rolling. And there it goes. The official, he was out there on the last play trying to get him to start the clock. And Mountain Crest doesn't get out of the huddle until 7 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry. They get it off with 1 second on that play clock. Crofts to the near side. They're hollering for him to get out of bounds. The coach is up here. He does not. He picks up 5. Does Bitten, who's been quiet in this first half. Now Mountain Crest is going to take another timeout, and I believe that's their last one. So it'll be 2nd and 15, ball at the 35-yard line. 1 minute left in this first half as the sun sinks behind the mountains to the west. Beautiful pink clouds and skies up over the Bear River Range, up above the field here. night for a football game. Any night's a beautiful night for a football game. But this one, well, this one really is. Even to people that don't love football. Second and 15 for the Mustangs. Trying to break this scoreless tie before the half. Mountain Crest gets the ball to start the second half. The Green Canyon defense has been on the field a lot in this second quarter. 4 wide receivers. Benson stays in to block. Here comes the pressure. Crofts gets it off. Man wide open. Touchdown, Mountain Crest. Crofts running the post, and he had 2 steps on everybody. 35 yards. It was DeCorver with the grab. He has 71 yards on 4 catches and a touchdown. Mountain Crest finally solves the Green Canyon defense, and they put it in the end zone with 49 seconds to play in the first half. 7-0 Mountain Crest. Hey, if you need general dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, dental implants, or even orthodontics for yourself or your children, you can go to Aspen Dental. Aspen Dental does this and much more. You know, you can go to their website. All of their services are there. It makes it really easy to understand what they do. So if you're interested, go to aspendds.com. aspendds.com. Aspen Dental of Cache Valley, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, Mountain Crest held to 0 yards in the first quarter. And with that touchdown pass, they now have 98 yards passing in this second quarter to go along with a bunch of rushing yards as well. And the second quarter has belonged to the Mustangs, as Green Canyon has been on the field and moved the ball but hasn't been able to finish. Dewey Egan takes it at the 1. His foot drifts into the end zone. And Green Canyon will start at the 20 with 48 seconds to play in the first half. See what the offensive coordinator, Perry Christensen, decides to do here. He's always been an aggressive play caller, so I wouldn't be surprised if they try to make something happen. With 1 timeout left, down 7-0 now and 48 seconds to play in the first half, as they huddle on the sideline, and they've started the play clock. Green Canyon hustles out, and there's Oates now in the backfield. They're going to have to hurry to get this one off. They do, just as the clock runs down. Wilson in trouble, over the middle, fires a strike to the 30-yard line. It's the middle of the field, so the ball keeps running. The clock keeps running. The clock runs with 32 seconds. And Green Canyon to the line of scrimmage. Now 24 seconds. Wilson in trouble. Running for the edge, steps out of bounds at about the 45. He's blasted just as he steps out of bounds by Butters. The sideline wanted a flag. They're not going to get it, but it's a first down. The ball up at the 45-yard line. And it was 12 seconds now on the first half clock. And that 1 timeout still in their pocket. Green Canyon comes to the line. I think they work on the edges. If they do something over the middle, they're going to have to call a timeout. Wilson, look out. Got some pressure, steps out of it. He's got a lot of running room. Wilson gets down, 5 seconds, and they call timeout with 4 seconds on that first half clock. He gets it down clear to the 30-yard line. "25, 22-yard run by Wilson as everybody has their backs turned to him. And the ball now at the Mountain Crest 33. "47 yards on 2 plays, now 3 plays. And 30-some-odd seconds. 4 seconds to play in the first half. 7-0 Mountain Crest. The Mustangs get the ball to start the second half. Green Canyon trying to put a score on the board before the half. Wilson's done it with his legs here on this drive, and I'm sure Mountain Crest will have everybody back. Well, Mountain Crest takes a timeout. The scoreboard shows they don't have any, but they obviously had at least one left. So Mountain Crest wanted to see what Green Canyon was going to come out looking like. Now they're going to counter. A defensive first half, really just like we thought it would be. You know who's open late tonight? Factory, yeah. The Factory Pizzeria. They're open late after the game. If you watch the game, you still want some pizza, it's a little bit late, you can go online, you can order it. And you know what? On Monday night, they've got their Monday night special, any large pizza. You buy one large pizza, get a second for half off. And their Wednesday special, $5 nachos, wings, and $1.25 for your draft beer. That's the Factory Pizzeria Game of the Week sponsor. And what looks to be the final play of the first half, Wilson sets up in the backfield on his own. Looking for a way to step up, can't do it, he's sacked. So the Mountain Crest defense makes the play at the end of the half with a 7-yard loss for Wilson on the sack. 3rd sack of the night as we head to the half. Mountain Crest 7, Green Canyon nothing. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
The whole game, I don't hear anybody in the crowd. It's just me and the pitcher out there. Sometimes I'll hear a coach off to the side give a clap. Then I know that runner is going to steal. So then I give the pitcher the sign. Baseball has just been my one constant through my life. It's harder to be a catcher than any other position. We have to be a lot more vocal, leaders of the team, and there's so much more time spent in the bullpen catching pitchers. It's always my fault if something happens. I feel 100% responsible.
I always hear him say he wants to play competitive baseball as long as possible, but ultimately go into the medical profession.
I teach myself organic chemistry for fun just because I think it's fascinating. I do a lot of backyard experiments.
He teaches me chemistry. He's like, so my head is the nucleus and these are the electrons and they're moving around.
ZoomTech is the LLC that I created for biotech devices. I want to help prevent or test breast cancer in the future.
Both of my sisters had breast cancer, and so when Karsten was a toddler, I decided to have preventative double mastectomies, and he was always by my side.
It's just always made me want to raise awareness of breast cancer and help other women fight through it. Definitely something that I think about because I know that I'm a carrier for the gene and it could go through my family or to my sister.
I don't like to admit it, but I brag about him a lot. Oh, there's my brother.
He's bright, he's inventive, compassionate. I'm very sentimental.
Naturally, I think, want to be successful and just pursue things that I think are interesting and take it to the maximum level. Especially with like breast cancer, I want to help as many people as I can. And I'm not going to let failures deter me.
Over the period of time, my hearing became worse and worse.
Over the course of the years, I developed a hearing loss, and I would not be able to hear my employees talk to me sometimes.
For Paul Danes in Cache Valley's integrity, his character, his background, his equipment, I would recommend him to anyone for a hearing aid specialist.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. KSM means music, music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. 7-0 at the half here in North Logan as Green Canyon trails Mountain Crest on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Eric Olson along with you in a defensive battle in that first half. Mountain Crest finding pay dirt with about 33 seconds to play in that first half. 35-yard touchdown strike from Casey Crofts to Will DeCorver. DeCorver running that little post look, gets free. Crofts puts it right on him for the touchdown. Green Canyon was able to drive it down in that short time deep into Mountain Crest territory, but then they take a sack on the last play of the half, and the Mustangs will get the ball to start the second half, leading 7-0. It's a close ball game, and it's close in the stats as well. Both teams unofficially with 138 yards. Mountain Crest with 39 yards on the ground, 99 through the air, 138 total yards. Casey Crofts of 7 of 9 for 99 yards and a touchdown. DeCorver, 3 catches, 71 yards, and hauled in that touchdown. Benson has 7 carries for 14 yards. Crofts, though, the leading rusher with 21 yards on 4 carries. He's been sacked a couple of times, or once, as Crofts. The Mountain Crest defense has gotten to Wilson for Green Canyon 3 times. Green Canyon with 56 yards on the ground, 82 in the air. Oates with 20 yards on 4 carries. Cutler 18 on 6, and Wilson 18 on 5. Wilson efficient in that first half. He did throw the interception, but he's 11 of 13 for 82 yards. He just couldn't get it in the end zone. 5 catches for 25 yards for Egan, 2 for 19 for Thane to lead the way. Cutler had 1 for 18. Down the road, Richline scored with 21 seconds to play in the first half and then missed the extra point on a bad snap, and it's 7-6 Skyview at the half in that ball game. And Bear River is clobbering Logan at the half. It was 36-0. Let's see. 43-0. That one wasn't that's before the half. So the kick goes to the end zone, and the Mustangs take over at their own 20-yard line, leading 7-0. If you're Mountain Crest, you want to get some more points on the board and then let your defense go to work. Because while Green Canyon's offense has been able to find a way to break through to start 4-0, I don't know that they've played a defense that's as good as Mountain Crest's yet. Both of these teams, probably the best defense each one has faced. Mountain Crest leading this one 7-0, but points have been at a premium, and one thing Mountain Crest has done is they've run some tempo and tried to tire out that smaller Green Canyon defensive front. They're going to give it off to Benson. Benson runs right into Wheatley, and no gain. it's been tough sledding for Benson, and they're quickly back to the line. Second down, they're going to go the other way with Phelps. He turns it inside, picks up 3. And just like that, it's third down. 2 of 5 in the first half on third downs, and Phelps is limping coming out of the pile. 3rd and 7. Crofts unloads. He's got a man behind the defense. Corver, as the defender slipped down. Corver still on his feet at the 30-yard line. "47 yards. DeCorver racking up the yardage. 117 yards and a touchdown on 5 catches for DeCorver, and now Casey Crofts up to 146 yards and a touchdown on 8 of 10 passing. And he's had time to throw. They haven't been bringing a lot of pressure at him, and when he's had time to throw, he's just dissected this defensive backfield. A loss of a yard that time. Butters loses a yard. So you wonder if Green Canyon on a third down situation might start trying to throw some more rushers at Crofts, because his last 2 big throws he's had time to stand in there. Crofts is going to keep. He pulls on the handoff, gets it down to the 25, and man, does he take a hit. Here comes a flag. The white hat throws a flag in. Personal foul. Oh, no. Oh, no, he hit him in the back. It was a hard hit, that's for sure, and he was kind of going down, but he hit him in the back. He was bent forward because of the guy holding him. So it's a 4-yard run and tack 15 on. $25 yards on 5 carries now for Crofts. This go-fast offense has caused Green Canyon's defense some problems. First time we've seen, that's the first time we've seen anybody do it. There's 2 other games Green Canyon's played that we have not seen. Crofts with 2 backs in the backfield with him. 3 wide receivers. The Mountain Crest offensive line has done a good job against Green Canyon. Opening holes, and here's another one to the pylon. Touchdown. No call yet. It sure looked like it. Let's see. Touchdown, Mountain Crest. Just like that, the Mustangs march down the field. 2 touchdowns on their last 2 possessions. PAT is up. PAT is good. 14-0 Mountain Crest. 9:43 to play in the 3rd. Wendy's of Logan has long been a sponsor of the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel, and boy do they have some great menu items. The strawberry frosty, the queso fries, the vanilla frosty cream cold brew. I mean, it's not just burgers and sandwiches, although they're great down there. There's a little bit of everything. What a menu at Wendy's of Logan, a Game of the Week sponsor. So Dax Benson takes it in from about 15 yards out, and the Mustangs with a 2-score lead. And Green Canyon will have to figure out something offensively. Casey Crofts has been fantastic on the last 2 possessions. And Mountain Crest really on to something with that go-fast offense. It's really thrown a wrench in the chaos machine that is Green Canyon's defense. And now it's imperative for Green Canyon's offense to get a drive going to give their defense a chance to rest. Meanwhile, Mountain Crest, they can start pinning their ears back and coming after Peyton Wilson. Give to Oates. Oates thrown down after no gain. Man, that looked like Caden Hess. He arrived with bad intentions and threw Oates down for a loss of a yard. And Green Canyon right now looking for some answers. They owned that first quarter, couldn't put any points on the board. Since then, it's been all Mountain Crest, 14-0 Mustangs with 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. Wilson looking at 2nd and 11. 5 coming after Wilson. He steps out of the rush. Makes one man miss, makes two miss, and he's up near the first down marker. He takes a big hit, but it's a first down. And that's what we saw at the end of the half. Once he broke out, Mountain Crest, if they're playing man, they've got their back to him, and he's running free before somebody turns and sees him. So a new set of downs for Green Canyon. Low snap, pick it up. Give it to the back. I believe that was Oates, and a gain of a yard. And it was Oates. For Oates now, 6 carries, 20 yards. Those are his first 2 carries since the first quarter. They've been kind of going back and forth with Oates and Cutler. I think Cutler's in there now. Nope, it's still Oates with Wilson on 2nd and 9. 7:45 to play in the third quarter. Wilson unloads, looking for Thane, over his shoulder, into his breadbasket. First down in Mountain Crest territory. .31 yards. I don't know if Wilson could have ran out there and handed it to him any better. Thane 3 catches for 50 yards. And Green Canyon in business in the Mountain Crest end of the field for the first time in a long time. 2 yards for Oates as Thane comes back onto the field. I believe that was Thane. It looked like 19. It was on the far side. It could have been Schramm, 18, but it was a long way from my old eyes. Running the screen against that aggressive Mountain Crest defense, and Mountain Crest recovers well. They gain only a couple on that screen. And it's going to be third down at about 6. .6:45 to play in the third. 14-0 Mountain Crest. Green Canyon offensively trying to get back into this ball game. Oates is the back, and you wonder if this is 4-down territory. Everybody in the box, and they run the little rollout. First down? No, it's going to be, boy, it depends on the spot. Let's see. It was 3rd and 6. They're spotting it right at the chains, and they're going to give it to him. So another first down by the Green Canyon offense, and now they're on the move at the Mountain Crest 28. Mountain Crest creeping everybody up. Here they come. Oates bounces off one tackler. And that's one thing Mountain Crest has done very well tonight. They do not miss on their tackles. Oates picks up a couple. Green Canyon's driven down here a couple of times before in this game, and then they've been turned away empty-handed. One time they threw an interception inside the 15-yard line. Wilson over the middle. He's got a man. Instead, he goes back inside to Schramm. He had Thane and Schramm. And he gets Schramm down at the 3. Thane would have been a touchdown. Schramm ran right into him. As it is, it's 1st and goal. Quickly to the line. Oates tiptoeing his way through. They spotted him at the 4 instead of the 3, and Oates gets down to the 3. Now it's definitely 4-down territory for Green Canyon, and time to bow up your neck for Mountain Crest. Farron brings the play in. Plenty of time, 20 seconds on the play clock. 4:45 left in the 3rd quarter. 14-0 Mountain Crest. The Green Canyon's knocking on the door. Oates in the backfield with Wilson. They run the little pass play over the middle of Farron. Touchdown! That was good coverage. Just a better throw and a great grab by Farron. His first snag of the night. And things get interesting in North Logan. (16 of 18, 148 yards and a touchdown now for Peyton Wilson. Kicks up. Kicks good. 14-7. Mountain Crest leads Green Canyon on the game of the week. Hey, today's hearing aid technology can improve not only your life, but the lives of the people who care about you. Once again, you'll be able to hear the reason for their laughter, understand their conversations. Dr. Paul Danes at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology will customize a hearing improvement program to meet your own unique requirements, whatever they are. Call them now for an appointment. Let them show you how they're going to make your life better. You don't have to miss hearing the joys of life any longer. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, it was a defensive battle for all but 30-odd seconds of the first half. And this entire 3rd quarter has been offense. A little bit of everything for you here on the Game of the Week this evening. Next week, Green Canyon's at Ridgeline. Then they come home to face Bear River. Then they are at Skyview. That's their remaining schedule for September for Green Canyon. We'll take a look at Mountain Crest's schedule in a moment. You don't get much time to do anything with Mountain Crest running their go fast fake the fly sweep, give it to Benson. Benson picking up yardage, he's got 11. His best run of the night, 2nd best run of the night. The best run was the touchdown. 10 carries, 40 yards, and a touchdown now for Benson. And Mountain Crest in business again. Crofts is going to keep it. Fires it downfield. Catch made. Hit applied. 9 yards, and DeCorver is going to get a taunting flag. I think Mountain Crest is going to get a taunt. Unsportsmanlike, let's see. That was a good hit. Unsportsmanlike on Mountain Crest. So it's going to back him up 15. The yardage counts. That was a heck of a grab by DeCorver. He really got hit. 6 catches, 128 yards, and a touchdown for DeCorver now. And I don't know if somebody said something, but DeCorver kind of motioned with the ball. Looked to me like he was just pointing the ball, saying, hey, that's a first down. You know, he took a big hit. He held on. He got up. He was pleased with himself. I mean, to me, that one's okay. But, you know, we see that all the time. It's not just this officiating crew. That's one thing that all across. They're looking all across the board at stuff like that. Crofts underneath to Phelps. Phelps makes the grab, still running, picks up a block. Phelps picks up a big block on the far side. Oh no, they're gonna call a blindside block on that one. And that looked like a great block. So we can see how they're looking at it tonight. Phelps picked up 10 yards, but it's gonna come back. You can't do that peel back block anymore and earhole somebody. I didn't think that's what it was. That looked like it was a straight on block. It was the defensive back running toward it. The receiver stepped in front of him. But that was a long way across the field from where we are. And they've been keeping an eye on it tonight. They called Green Canyon for one earlier, where they called a hit to the head on Crofts, and then they called that like the tackle from behind. Now that one's not a judgment call at all. So this crew, whether you like how it's being called or not, they're being consistent with how they're calling it. That's going to back it up to the 25. It actually ends up being a gain for them because of where it happened. 3:45 to play in the third quarter. 1st and 17. And now we're stopping play again. These two of the officials having a confab. All right, they're trying to decide where they're going to mark it from, and they talk about it, and they move Mount Crest back 5 more yards. So now it's 1st and 21. Phelps has been a dynamic player for the Mustangs in this half, setting up the screen. Nice job out front by the blockers, and DeCorver picks up about 10. Let's see where they set him out of bounds. He picks up 11. DeCorver having himself a game. 139 yards, 7 catches, and a touchdown. And this game has gotten intense. These two teams have been pounding on each other now all night, and now they're starting to get a little chippy. Here comes some pressure from the backside. Crofts on the move, throws downfield. There was an early flag. Green Canyon may have been offsides, as we've now seen a bunch of flags. This will be the 3rd one on this possession alone. 2:32 to play in the 3rd. And it looks like it's going to be on Mountain Crest again. Somebody move early, because they threw the flag as soon as the play started. So it would be 3rd and 9, or it'll be 2nd and 14. So they're going to go with 3rd and 9. And Green Canyon, with that penalty, has time to kind of think about what they might want to do defensively. See if they dial up something to get some pressure on Crofts, because he's been able to step back there when they've just been running kind of their base. Mountain Crest offensive line has kept him clean, and he's been able to stand back there and find receivers. Third and 9. Crofts, pressure, throws underneath, caught, but only a short gain, if anything. Right at the line of scrimmage, he flips it to Bitten. Gain of a yard. And 4th down. Crofts Pretty efficient night as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 of 14 for Crofts on the evening. 167 yards and a touchdown. It's 14-7 Mountain Crest. Green Canyon just scored, and they're fixing to get the ball back. Egan tells everybody to get away. It kicks a few extra yards in Mountain Crest's favor. And the Green Canyon offense, maybe with a little bit more confidence now, takes the field at the 37-yard line. 2:21 to play in this third quarter. It was a fast-moving first quarter. I think his third quarter has taken as long to play as the whole first half. When I said fast-moving first quarter, I meant fast-moving first half. With a couple of scores and a bunch of penalties, the clock stopped a few times. Guard and tackle pull. Cutler runs in behind him, picks up a couple. Green Canyon, they're in no hurry. They're content to, they'd be fine to possess the ball the rest of the game and work their way down the field. In contrast to what Mountain Crest has been doing to keep the Green Canyon defense on its heels, as Mountain Crest is running that hurry up. It's even faster than hurry up. What's faster than hurry up? That's whatever it is, that's what they're running. Here comes pressure from the edge. Wilson steps away, picks up a yard, 3rd down and 7. Caden Hess going to the sideline, acting like he's done something to his arm. Hess has been a monster in there tonight for Mountain Crest. He came out of that pile and he was shaking his arm and kind of favoring it toward one side. So 3 down linemen, see what Mountain Crest brings on 3rd and 7. Wilson throwing back the other way against the pressure. 1st down as he finds Cutler out of the backfield. 12 yards on 3rd down and 7. Six of 8 on 3rd downs for Green Canyon. .37 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter and the clock running. Green Canyon 1st and 10 of the Mountain Crest 48, trailing 14-7. They fake the little give inside, run the screen to the edge, and Wilson doesn't put enough on it. It's incomplete. Probably better that it's incomplete or else it ends up being a 2-yard loss. Getting your feet right on that one. It's Wilson. You fake the handoff, then you step back and kind of rear back and throw that way out there to the edge, and it didn't look like he had his feet under him correctly to get it all the way out there. I mean, the runner would have been out if we were playing baseball. 5 wide. See if Mountain Crest brings extra rushers. They're bringing 4. One comes free. Down the middle, Cutler with the catch. Big hit by the safety, but he hangs on. Oh my goodness. 17 yards. Man, we've seen some hitting tonight. Three catches, 47 yards for Cutler. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. They don't get the snap off. So we head to the 4th. 14-7, Mountain Crest leads. Green Canyon driving. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel. The Logo Shop is a longtime sponsor on the Game of the Week from the Valley Channel. At the Logo Shop, you can promote your brand, boost your brand image, connect and communicate with fans, prospects, and customers for lasting impact. Man, you should see the bags they've got on their website, the Camelback drinkware, all sorts of different technology items that you can, speakers, power banks, mics, flash drives. All of these things are things that you can logo, your personal logo, your organization's logo, really make an impression. The Logo Shop, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, we got ourselves a ball game here in North Logan. Mountain Crest had jumped out to a 14-0 lead, and with the way that they have defended the ball tonight and the way Green Canyon has been kind of struggling, you're thinking, man, that just might be enough. But Green Canyon's come back. They scored. They're driving again. The ball at the Mountain Crest 31-yard line. Ridgeline leads Skyview 9-7 in the third quarter. Bear River 43-0 over Logan at the half. Green Canyon's missing a guy. Here he comes. Stoddard was a little late. No, it was 82, not 83. A little late getting out there. Here comes a blitzer. Now he back off. Wilson has nobody, so he steps forward, picks up a few yards, and we're probably going to get a hold to where that flag was thrown. And it is against Green Canyon. So Green Canyon we backed up. That's 4 penalties against Green Canyon, 1 in each quarter. Mountain Crest with 4 penalties as well. There have been a host of other penalties that have not been called tonight, or not accepted tonight. There's a couple that we looked at and like, oh, that looks like just good hard football, and I got called for those peel back blocks and maybe a hit to the head. Those officials out there are a lot closer to the action than we are. Now they're moving again. Green Canyon's moving again, plus they took too much time. So they back up 5 more yards. And the sideline official is running in. Is he going to say Green Canyon got a timeout? They're going to pick up the flag and say that Green Canyon got a timeout. That's the second time tonight, just as it's been running out. Third time that they've had to get a penalty or a timeout to avoid a penalty. So now 2 timeouts for Green Canyon as we come down the stretch in the fourth quarter. We just started the fourth quarter. Mountain Crest next week takes on Logan. Then they're at Ridgeline and at Bear River. As Region 11 is going to be a dogfight each and every week. Next week, our game of the week, we should see the Skyview Bobcats for the first time. Bear River's at Skyview. Then we'll see the Bobcats again as they're at Logan, Skyview and Logan. We'll see Mountain Crest and Skyview on the 6th of October. So we didn't see Skyview early. We're going to see them a lot down the stretch. Then the playoffs start. None of the teams playing locally on that short week. So we won't have a game after the 6th of October until the playoffs start. Wilson unloads to Farron across the middle. DeCorver's there. Lays the wood to him. But he picks up 11, 12, 13 yards, and then he has a hitch in his giddy up as he runs off. Two catches, 16 yards, and a touchdown for Farron. And that makes it 2nd and 7 as they picked up a lot of that penalty yardage back. Stott and Thane come in a little bit late. Thane's going to be in the backfield. Schramm to the near side. One receiver to the far side as they run to that extra tight end. Fake the give. Wilson reverses out of there, looks to the middle, has his man first down. The 28 Down to the 18, a gain of 10. He's right at 200 yards. Is Wilson. And a touchdown, so the drive stays alive. Green Canyon looking to try to pull even in this one. They trail 14-7. Wilson looks, throws late and behind. Stop. He was down at the 10-yard line. He was open as everybody was pursuing, and Wilson just threw it behind him. That's what he did in the first quarter when he threw the interception. He had a guy breaking open across the middle. He threw it behind him, but for the most part, Wilson's been pretty sharp tonight. 19 of 23, 200 yards, and a touchdown and an interception. And they're going to have to hurry. They get out of the huddle with 5 seconds. 1 second, they snap it at 0. Wilson breaks out of the pocket, in trouble. Hess has got a hold of him. He gets away, and now he just gets rid of it. Caden Hess ran off earlier like he was in a little bit of pain, and then he's come back and once again causing trouble in the backfield. 3rd and 10. It'll be interesting to see what the decision is for Green Canyon if they can't pick up a first down here. If they take the field goal attempt, hope to get the ball back and another chance. They're going to run the little delay on the draw. Oates doesn't have much running room. He gets thrown over the top of the pile for a little extra yardage, but he only picks up about 3. So the ball at the 16-yard line. They've got the field goal team out there, and Wilson is the holder. It'll be about a 32-yarder straight on. As they ran it back in, maybe that's what they were doing, is trying to get it just a straight on. Because there's plenty of time left in this game, 9:20 to play. Snap, hold, kick, points. 14-10. Green Canyon creeps closer. Mountain Crest will receive the kickoff when we come back. The Old Grist Mill is a Game of the Week sponsor. They were the first specialty bread store introduced in Cache Valley. They've had a faithful clientele here in Logan for a long time. You'll be able to see the difference between their bread and really anywhere else. They give you a free slice of hot bread. Get in there and try it. They know you're going to enjoy it. Join their rewards club. Get a free cookie after so many points. It's worth it. The Old Grist Mill, the Game of the Week sponsor. 9:12 to play here in the ball game. Eric Olson along with you as Green Canyon puts 3 on the board, and their deficit now cut to 14-10. Mountain Crest offensively will take over again. Mountain Crest had scored 14 unanswered, and now Green Canyon has answered with 10 of their own. Crest has been running that warp speed offense, and it's paid dividends as they turn and hand it off. On first down, nothing there for Dax Benson. This is the first possession of the fourth quarter for Mountain Crest. It comes with just over 9 minutes to play in the game. Hand to Phelps. Phelps Picking up 3. And it's quickly 3rd down. Third and 6. Crofts, 5-man rush. Gets it to Bitten right at the sticks. They're going to say he's just a little bit short. One official says he's short. I don't know if you could hear the crowd. They were saying that he didn't catch it. Fourth and less than a yard. It's decision time for Mountain Crest. There's 8 minutes to play in the ball game. Lots of time. You've got a really good defense, but Green Canyon's offense has been making things happen. You've got the lead. Do you go for it here or you just kick it away? And it looks like they decided they're going to at least take a timeout to talk about it a little bit more. I think in this situation, maybe you have more to lose. Just depends on your coaching philosophy, right? An aggressive coach, you got less than a yard, you might as well just go for it and say, hey, we're going to go and we're going to take this ball game. But if you don't get that yard, now your 4-point lead is a little bit more tenuous because you've got an offense that's playing with confidence with the football deep in your territory. So we'll see what Mount Crest decides to do. But on less than a yard, I might be a little surprised if they don't go for it, but let's see. Offense out on the field, and they're probably going to rush up to the line after they break this huddle and go quick. Tight formation. Crofts keeps it. Good surge, and there's a flag. There's a flag in the backfield. There was a good surge by the defensive line. They got low. Depends on the spot, but what's the flag? He threw it at the offense. The offense's feet assisting the runner. Can't do it. So they're explaining it to Coach Visser over there on the far side, and they're going to mark the penalty off against Mountain Crest. 5-yard penalty now brings up 4th and 6. And now Mountain Crest will have to punt. We saw earlier in the game, in that first half, when Calvin Wallace went out with an injury for Green Canyon. I haven't seen him on the sideline, but I see a player down there that has the eye black on, but no more uniform anymore, and his arm in a sling. And Wallace was holding his arm funny when he came off, muffed on the snap, but they get it away. And Green Canyon will take over at their own 45-yard line. So back to what I was saying, I think that's Wallace over on the sideline, number 27 for Green Canyon. His arm's in a sling, so he looks like he's done for the night, obviously, because he's not in his uniform either. And the Green Canyon offense now, 55 yards away from a lead, takes the field with 7:34 to play in the ballgame. Mountain Crest goes for it on 4th down. They get the penalty. Their 5th of the game. And they have to punt it away. Wilson dropped the ball. Now he just picks it up and going to run with it. Steps inside. Heading for the far sideline, making people miss. And picking up 19 yards. We've seen him do that a couple of times tonight. Pretty shifty runner in space. Mountain Crest bringing a late rusher, and they throw it to where the rusher came from, and he wallops Wilson, and Wilson is down. It's Thane who picks up 7, and Wilson's down. He got hit as he threw it. He got pounded. Thane 5 catches, 67 yards. Wilson's going to have to come off for at least a play, and you hope he just maybe took one to the breadbasket and knocked the wind out of him. Carter Egbert, the sophomore inside linebacker, came through in kind of a delayed rush, and just as Wilson got rid of it, he smacked him. I saw him hitting him just as I looked downfield and to follow the ball, so I didn't see the finish, but Wilson pops up. He got up. He looked like maybe he'd had the wind knocked out of him, but I've seen him get up a few times a little wobbly in the games that we've called. He's taken a few hits. He's not big. He's about 5'9", average-sized kid. And he's going to stand on the sideline for a play and take a breath and get back in there. Farron will be the quarterback. He's got Oates in the backfield with him. We're under 7 minutes to play. 2nd and 3 for Green Canyon. They give it to Oates. Oates looking for first down yardage. He looks like he's a little short. Picked up a couple. It'll be 3rd and a yard. So Farron heads for the sideline. Wilson is going to come in. Somebody tell him to pull his helmet down. Still got it up on his head. Did he pull it down yet? No, he hasn't pulled it down yet. Now he's going to. And he can't take the helmet off and put it back on, I don't think. It was up on his head. He never pulled it down when he broke the huddle. And so he took it, he lifted it off his head to put it back on, and the official behind the offensive defensive line threw a flag. Now, I didn't think that was a flag, unsportsmanlike. They're calling it unsportsmanlike for him for taking his helmet off. Talk about letter of the stinking law. He had it up on his head, and he lifted it a little bit to put it back down over his head. He's got to put his helmet on. Oh my goodness. I mean, that's technically the call, but so instead of 3rd and 1, now it's 3rd and many. That's crazy. Big break for Mountain Crest. Wilson unloads. Dewey Egan hauls it in at the 30-yard line. It's 12 yards. Now it's going to be 4th and short. What's going to happen? Egan, 6 catches for 37 yards now. It's going to be 4th and 4. 5.5 to play in the ball game. Green Canyon's going to go for it. Wilson rolling, in trouble. Gets rid of it. Caught by Stott. Down to the 7-yard line, 23 yards on 4th and 3. Now it's 1st and goal. Ball's on the ground. Mountain Crest picks it up. Oh, this football game is a fickle mistress. Green Canyon's over the moon on a great play to pick up 23 yards and a 1st and goal on 4th down. And then on the next play, they fumble it. And Mountain Crest comes up with it with 5:02 on the game clock. What a job by Wilson to keep that play alive, get out of a would-be sack. Very Mahomes-like, throwing it down the field to a tight end who's somehow wide open. Runs it down inside the 10, and then on the next play, the ball's on the turf. And Mountain Crest defensively makes the play happen when they need to. Mountain Crest defense forcing 2 turnovers here tonight. 3 yards for Benson. Four and a half to play. 2nd down and 7. Crofts with Benson in the backfield with him. Give inside, another couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down. Benson now 13 carries, 45 yards, and a touchdown. And this is one of those situations where Mountain Crest not really hurrying. Not that fast as the clock runs. With 3rd down coming up. 2 of 8 on 3rd down for Mountain Crest. Press coverage to this near side. Crofts surveys the field. Crofts will keep. Crofts gets out of 1 tackle. Turns and drags tacklers toward the sticks. It's going to be close. He was hit short of the line, and then he turned and was able to start backing himself toward the sticks. 1st down. Crofts has played a heck of a ball game. Three carries for 30 yards. 13 of 15, 172 yards and a touchdown through the air. Phelps goes in motion. They're going to give it off inside to Benson. Ball's on the turf. Benson lost it. Benson hit the ground without the football. Are they going to say he was down? He didn't have it when he hit the ground. They're saying he's down. When he hit the ground, he didn't have the football. He got up and immediately started to signal that he was down. I was down, I was down. I'm not sure that he was. 3 minutes to play. In a 4-point ball game, 14-10 Mountain Crest, it's 2nd and 5. Mountain Crest has held on to the football, and they're trying to close this one out, start region 1-0. Give it to Butters, he's got blockers. Turn the corner and a 1st down, and he stays in bounds. And the clock runs. $12 yards for Butters. Mountain Crest in that 4-minute offense trying to close this ball game out. Green Canyon's got to start thinking about taking their timeouts. 2:15 and the clock running. 1st and 10 Mountain Crest. I'm sure Green Canyon will take a timeout maybe after this play. Flags come in, that'll stop the clock. .204 to play in the ball game. Mountain Crest was moving early. Well, this game's had a little bit of everything. Had a little bit of offense, had an awful lot of defense, has some big hits, has some whistles both ways that have made both sides scratch their head. Meanwhile, in Smithfield, Skyview's taken a 23-16 lead over Ridgeline with 9 minutes to play in that game. Bear River leads Logan 50-6 late in that ball game. So they declined the penalty, does Green Canyon, to bring up second down, because with the penalty it would have been first down again. You've got those 2 timeouts left. The clock stops on the penalty, so now you got 2 timeouts to work with. And the clock will start. Now they start the clock. Crofts is going to keep it. Crofts is spun down after a loss of 2. Now Green Canyon starts taking those timeouts. Mountain Crest with 2 takeaways tonight, both deep in their own territory, turning away scoring threats. Lots been made out of both of these defenses, and they both came to play tonight. The Mountain Crest defense, though, turning it up, turning the ball over, turning the offense over. And this last one, with about 5 minutes left, they were able to get the ball back after forcing a fumble. It's been a good ball game. It's low scoring, just kind of like we expected. .151 on the clock, 1 timeout left for Green Canyon. So Green Canyon stops Mountain Crest here. Big if. Then they can take another timeout. And you're probably looking about, they'd probably have just over a minute and a half to work with. They trail 14-10. Mountain Crest scored on their last possession of the first half and their first possession of the second half. Green Canyons scored twice in the second half. Green Canyon going to bring some pressure. 4-man rush. Crofts unloads, throws it wide of his target and out of bounds. Clock stops, and Green Canyon doesn't have to use that last timeout. So that's huge. Green Canyon does not have to use their last timeout on defense. Green Canyon came after a punt earlier. They ran into the kicker on that one. But Mountain Crest burned most of that clock. There's been a little left over for the defense. Oh, and Egan lets it roll. And it's going to roll clear inside the 15 down to the 13. Not only does it roll, but the clock runs. So Mountain Crest defense called on one more time to preserve this win. Green Canyon's moved the ball tonight, but they haven't been able to finish. We talked at the outset about how Coach Ta'ile'ili said we need to finish drives. We've got to be a team that doesn't just put together good drives and turns it over or punts. We've got to finish drives. And they've had some good drives tonight that they have not finished. Here's their last chance. 1:36 to play. Ball on their own 13-yard line. Running some games up front of the Mountain Crest lineman. Wilson has to get rid of it. He's paced it as soon as he does. Second down. 1:30 on the clock. Wilson's 22 of 29 for 242 yards and a touchdown. He threw the one pick. Green Canyons fumbled it and turned it over once. Again, both of those turnovers coming inside the 15-yard line. 4 wide receivers to this side. Wilson's going to roll this way. He just chucks and gets rid of this one. 3rd and 10. That play only took 6 seconds, and you're looking at 4-down territory here. Mountain Crest is playing guys, 2 safeties way deep. They're getting pressure with only 3 and 4 guys. Thane and Farron will bring the play on. Third and 10 for Green Canyon. Their own 13, they trail 14-10. Play clock's down to 1, they didn't get it off. It's been a problem all night. That's going to be half the distance to the goal. Penalty number 6. Actually, it'll be 5 yards because it's a 5-yard penalty inside the 15. It's half the distance, will be more than 5, so 3rd and 15. And they couldn't burn that last time out to save it. See if Mountain Crest brings any extra rushers. They've got 3 down linemen. They're going to rush 3. Wilson unloads way over the head of his intended receiver, Egan. It would have brought up 4th and about 3 if he was able to catch it, but Egan's listed at 5'11". He would have had been 6'8" to get that one. Ball game coming up right here. Thane runs the play in. 4th and 15. Green Canyon on the night, 7 of 11 on 3rd downs. I think they're 0 for 1 on 4th. They bring an extra rusher. Ball down the middle. That looks like a first down. It is. It's Thane. $19 yards. $86 yards on 6 catches for Thane. Wilson rolling the near side. The defensive player closes in a hurry and shuts that one down. It was Dylan Bust. He's there just as the ball gets there. The home crowd didn't like that one, but that was a good play by Bust. 59 seconds to play. The ball out to the 26, 27-yard line. Wilson has a pocket. Now it breaks down. He steps out of it. Got a lot of green ahead of him, and he runs out of bounds right at the sticks. And then he gets, he falls down as he gets out of bounds. But I think the linebacker kind of he gave him a little shove, and then as they're going out, he kind of was trying to hold him up, and he fell down. The sideline wanted a flag. That's a first down. Wilson now 59 yards rushing on 9 carries. Wilson steps up again with a lot of running room. He's in the middle of the field. Ball's free! Mountain Crest looks like they have it. 3rd turnover of the night, and the Mustangs are going to go home with a win. Wilson had run it for 14 yards into Mountain Crest territory with 42 seconds on the clock, and then one of the Mustangs put their helmet right on the ball. Knocked it out of there. 3rd turnover of the night for Green Canyon. And the Mustangs can just take a couple of knees and then hightail it to Hiram. handing Green Canyon their first loss of the season. They're in that V formation. Croft's going to take a knee. Is Green Canyon going to take their last time out or no? I mean, it doesn't do anything but prolong the agony. And Coach Ta'ili is just going to let it run out. What a ball game by both of these teams. Green Canyon with those 3 big turnovers though. Mountain Crest forcing turnovers. Coming up big defensively as the clock winds down and the Mustangs take the field. Mountain Crest improves to 1-0 in region play, 3-2 overall. Green Canyon drops to 0-1 and 4-1 with a 14-10 loss. We hope you enjoyed the game of the week on the Valley Channel. We'll see you next time on the Valley Channel. The game of the week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years.
At Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, we believe in a very thorough hearing test. Do you hear ringing noises? Does any member of your family have hearing loss? Do you have frequent or severe headaches? Any numbness in your face or fingertips? Do loud sounds hurt your ears? Were you in the military? Have you ever had your hearing tested before?
No, I have not.
Say the word mousetrap. Say the word baseball. Say the word airplane. Say the word cowboy. It also told us if you had a halt, I was able to make the words and you were still able to.
What are all the rest of the...
Okay.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley.